Okay, so this is a lighting scheme video, and first and foremost, I want to kind of apologize for the video quality. I hope this is okay. It's just a mobile phone. I couldn't get the software to work. Let's see how it goes. And before I go into the actual lighting scheme itself, I just want to talk quickly about the timed mode I set up here from the select switch, which I designed to go from 1 to 8 instead of 0 to 7, which is a bit more accurate, I suppose. And there's a problem with this. It would loop back to 0, which my design, it was unforeseen. But then I adapted it to actually give it a function, which was a time mode, where modes 1 to 8 will actually be on a loop set by the clock here. So it's like 30 seconds per scheme. It'll be on a nice loop, which is actually a feature you'd see a lot on actual Christmas lights. And it does this here from the select switch, which is detailed in the report. I won't go into the select switch here. So when we have 0, all these goes into the AND gate, which is labeled T here, and it comes back into the master reset of the timer counter. And when this is high, a 1, this will invert. Screen went dead. This will invert down here and become low. It'll turn off the master reset here, which is essentially activating the counter with the clock, and it'll loop through all the different schemes. It's kind of a handy little thing. So the actual scheme itself is the ROM. I was kind of just most impressed by how easy it was, to be honest. Rather than having 20 different components in to make a complex lighting scheme, you can just have basically one chip. It's brilliant. And the way it works is, on Proteus at least, is you write your ones and zeros, your highs and lows, in binary, and it just reads them. You load the binary file onto the chip, and it's really handy. So the way it works, the way I have this one working is your 74LS193. It's the counter using all the schemes. This has a clock. I think it's 2 hours at the moment, so you'll see that here. We're using the first 4 address lines, A0 to A3, and we're using all 8 data lines. And the way it actually reads it is this line here, all the ones at the top, is address line 0, or the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and the data is D0 here, all the way over to D7, and it reads it left to right, top to bottom. It's a very simple setup. I mean, it's one IC counter straight in. The chip enable and output enable are active low, so they're grounded straight out to the LEDs. It's really simple. And that's why I chose it, because it's just, I think anyone could actually make one like this. And as a proof of concept, I've actually have an Arduino here. I've actually wrote each scheme onto it, and the Arduino setup is actually very similar to writing binary. It's actually a little bit more complicated on the Arduino, but it's still really simple. You have your accordion. You see the other. This is actually not coming out too great in video, but I think you get the idea. That's the ROM one you see right there. I had to write that out. All on, all off. And odds, evens, on, off, yeah. And walking one, that's the last in the sequence. It'll go back to Knight Rider after this. You'll see here in a second. Yeah, back to Knight Rider. But there is an issue, however. One of my schemes uses a 555 timer to fade in and out. But this isn't possible. As far as I know, with a ROM chip, and on the Arduino, only certain pins, output pins, have the ability to for pulse width modulation. So I had to set that one up separately. You see the green bank of LEDs here. So that is the one issue that I couldn't get working on the ROM, and maybe I'll revisit it, get a different kind of workaround for it. But yeah, I mean that's the reason I'm choosing ROM to talk about. It's I find anyway, as far as I know so far, it's the most robust. It's kind of diverse. I mean, you could write all your schemes on a loop within one ROM chip, just like this, and you could click through it with a toggle switch. I mean, in terms of simplicity, I think it's the best, but certain in terms of learning outcomes, there's obviously a lot more to be gained in all the other schemes. Um, yeah, that's it. So thanks for watching. Bye bye.